My name is Evan George, and today I'll be talking about Life Tower and new Life Tower updates. As stated in a previous video, A&M is building this amazing student life experience by creating the Life Tower. The building is right next to your classrooms and right in the heart of the Med Center. A&M is working with two other companies, that it's MedStar and Asset Living. Working with MedStar, kind of getting the information about the building. They've been so great to work with, so eager to really create this amazing experience for you guys. Just another shout out to them about how great they are and how excited they are about this project. The other company that A&M is working with that's just as amazing is Asset Living. Asset Living is in charge of the operations. They'll be helping to create this amazing student experience and in charge of managing the apartments within Life Tower. My two guests I have today is Mr. Saad, who is the Vice President of Asset Living, and Mrs. Jessica, who is the Director of Marketing. I'd like to kick off this interview by asking my guests to introduce themselves.
Hey Evan, my name is Saad Arij. I am the Vice President of Asset Living on our student developments. I oversee all new development projects that our company takes on. I've been in the industry for a little over 10 plus years, started off my career at the University of Georgia as a student employee, and I've worked my way up through the corporate ranks over the last 10 years. Absolutely delighted to be here to tell you a little bit more about Life Tower and this exclusive project we're working on. So thanks for having us on here. I'll pass the mic over to Jessica to tell us a little bit about herself.
Great, thank you, Saad and Evan. I'm Jessica Mancuso, the new development director, and happy to be here with you guys. Very excited to talk about the Life Tower project for the A&M students, and we're excited to bring on this project and make sure that it has a light to shine in the EnMed Center. I have been in the student space for about, I would say, 7 years. I started in Irvine, California at UCI. Did a couple years there with a P3 project, which is an on-site project, third-party managed through another management company, came over to Asset within our new development division, was on site there, moved through corporate marketing and leasing division for the past 3 years, and then also came back to our new development side in an overarching capacity, kind of overseeing our regional team, the day-to-day operations, client relationships, and whatnot. And again, very excited to be here with you. Thank you for having us.
All right, thank you for being here and thank you for taking the time to talk with me today. The first question I'd like to kick off with is, when will Life Tower be here?
Great question. So our first residents will be moving in the fall of 2022. Our expected delivery date will be somewhere around the summertime with the possibilities of having early move-ins as well. As I'm sure you've seen, our construction is going really, really well. So super excited about getting that completed for you guys and getting you guys moved in as early as possible. I think the best part about this project is certainly going to be unlike anything else in the market, given the fact that we're gearing this so much with an emphasis on lifestyle and for the students there in EnMed. So I know there's a huge demand for it, and we're working obviously night and day to make sure that that dream not only becomes a reality, but something we can deliver for all of you guys to experience prior to school ending, and for those who are graduating, moving on into their careers.
And what are the floor plans like for the new Life Tower?
Yeah, great question. So our floor plans are going to vary. So we're going to have anything from a studio, a traditional 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, as well as a 4-bedroom. Now, one thing that really differentiates us from anything else that's currently around that area is that we're going to have the ability to roommate match. So in a 4-bedroom apartment, where every person will have their own private bedroom, their own private bathroom, fully furnished rooms and living room, all appliances provided. We're going to have the capacity to match students, based on their preferences, based on their lifestyle, things that, whether it's their major, their focus of study, whatever the case may be. to where we can actually build a community and give you guys a chance to get call it a more traditional college experience. So I think that's going to be certainly exciting from a 4-bedroom perspective. But of course, if you value your privacy and you are, whether it's a graduate student, whether you are currently teaching or working in the EnMed Center, we certainly offer 2 bedrooms as well as studios and one bedrooms. So I think we will cater to a very broad market with our floor plan choices. With, again, the emphasis on private bathrooms and fully furnished units, I think that's certainly going to be a game changer compared to what else is there.
And what are some cool amenities that students should be looking forward to?
Okay, awesome question. The amenity package at Life Tower is something that students are probably very excited to hear about. What is unique about this certain project is that Minister has included a special air purifier for students to be able to take advantage of in the environment that we just kind of came from. Post-pandemic, this is going to be a great option for students to take advantage of, kind of going forward into the new kind of era of student housing. And then we also have a 1,700 square foot fitness center, which will have, top of the line equipment for you to work out in groups and such, and just kind of releasing stress from your classes and everyday life. And then we have study rooms for you to be able to reserve and take advantage of that, computer lab, club room, resident lounge, and then an outdoor space as mentioned, in which you can gather with friends, take in some fresh air outside. And so I think that will be a very popular amenity for the students to be able to enjoy at Life Tower.
Yeah, and I think you can't really overstate the views. I mean, whether it's from the sky deck itself or the apartments themselves, the views are going to be phenomenal. As I mentioned earlier, the in-unit amenities as well. It's going to be something that has not been shown in the past in this market. Our students are not accustomed to it. Is the fact that, again, we're going to be fully furnished with top-of-the-line appliances, energy-efficient appliance, fully furnished bedrooms with desk chair. You'll have your entire living room sets as well with entertainment features as well. So there's just a lot happening in terms of amenities, not only within your community, but also within your actual units themselves. So super exciting stuff.
And will there be like CAs or residential advisors that will be kind of managing the floor?
Yeah, so, the word residential advisor usually is kind of goes hand in hand with the dorm style living. So that's the one thing that differentiates traditional student housing, is that we are like the dorm in the sense that we provide that collegiate experience that focuses on your studies, provides you with resident events that will allow you to not feel so far away from home, whether it's like mini cooking classes or fitness instructors coming out, or resume building classes, or just community luauts and events like barbecues. We don't follow the traditional dormitory staffing model when it comes to resident advisors. We actually have sales representatives and community managers whose sole purpose of being there is to make sure that you have everything that you need to have the experience that you are craving and expecting from our community here. So residential advisors generally are, going into your rooms, doing door knocks and random inspections. You don't have to worry about that here. This is your home. And, just like you wouldn't want a stranger walking into your house, we also follow the same philosophy. We don't have people just randomly coming inside your rooms to do spot checks. You will have a full team available to you downstairs at the leasing office. Should you ever need a work order, that's where our maintenance facilities team will be there for. Should you ever need to claim a package, maybe somebody drops something off for you at the front desk, we'll be there to assist you and, of course, be able to help you and your friends renew your lease or lease for the following year as well. But again, so it's more of we call them community assistants. In traditional apartment style living, you will hear them called sales associates or leasing agents. That's our model that we follow. So no residential advisor. Hopefully that answers your question.
And will I be having my professor as my roommate potentially?
Yeah, so of course, as we follow fair housing laws, and within fair housing, we have a set rental criteria, which does not discriminate whether you're a student, a faculty, or just someone who happens to be relocating down to Houston and want to live in that area. So as long as you pass our rental criteria, you are more than able to and rent and lease out a spot with us. Now, of course, generally with housing and when you have a number of students living in one place, you will find that majority of them are students. Now, of course, as I mentioned, our floor plans are conducive to, whether it's professors, graduate students, families, they're more than welcome to lease there. It's just a matter of personal choice and kind of what sort of environment they're looking for. Obviously, can't guarantee that you're not going to run into your professor, but it may not be a bad thing having that nice little walk to campus to bond with your professor in the meantime and hopefully help you out with some of those extracurricular chances to earn some extra credit.
And would alcohol be allowed on campus?
Yeah, so of course, again, kind of going back to the resident advisor question, again, we're not monitoring what's happening on the property. At the end of the day, everyone is an adult, and as long as you are being safe and responsible, that's totally up to you and kind of what you are choosing to do in your personal time. The only thing that we ask is just be respectful of your neighbors. And of course, just making sure we're being mindful of the glass aspect of things. We normally ask that people pour whatever drinks they have into a cup. So yeah, we don't discourage or encourage either way consumption of alcohol or having alcohol on site. But it is just something that we always encourage our residents to be mindful that you are sharing the community with other people. So party responsibly, drink responsibly. I'm stumbling on my words now. But yeah, have fun.
And not that med students really go out that much. Say if we wanted to celebrate a post-step kind of gathering, is there a space where we could rent to kind of have these celebrations?
Yeah, so we have a cafe area downstairs in which residents can, take over and be able to participate and hang out with friends. We also have a deck in which it's an outdoor space that students can also gather and take a load off after exams and studying or, in office items that they need to take care of, but that's a great space for you all to gather and hang out and throw whatever small event or coordination you would like, obviously through management approval.
And will the parking passes be through A&M or through the apartment complex?
Yeah, great question, Evan. So as far as the parking, it'll be a 13-story parking garage structure that students will go through the management company at the apartment community to be able to facilitate an actual parking space. As far as details for parking, we'll announce those as we get closer to launch releasing, but there is plenty of parking within that parking structure that has been built specifically for Life Tower.
And what do you think students should be most excited about?
I would say for students to be most excited about this project that is just specifically for you. I mean, it's built with a certain student in mind. That certain students are the students who are watching this video today. And that's so nice because sometimes projects are built for a larger demographic, like a whole university where, MedStar has taken the time to really hone in on what the medical engineering and nursing students would want in a building. And it's in close proximity to so many things around you, retail spaces and EnMed Center, everything that is in that local area. So that's really what I would be excited about. And it's going to be a beautiful project, brand new. You'll be the first ones living in that space. No one's ever lived in that apartment before you. So to be the inaugural class to move into the Life Tower building would be just something I personally would be so excited about as a student today.
Yeah, Jess, you hit the nail on the head. I think when it comes, if I'm a student right now, not often can you say in your lifetime, especially when you're well into your career doing, big things, that you got to live in a brand new place. So right off the bat, that's the first biggest thing that pops in my head is that you will literally be given a brand new key. You'll be the first person to live at this property, to be in that inside that apartment unit, to sleep on that bed, to use the amenities, some of which Jessica highlighted with our rooftop lounge areas, with our computer labs, the 1,700 plus square foot fitness center. These are all things that you'll be the first person using. But I think beyond that is the fact that, again, we focus on student living experiences. So the residential events that we will host for you guys to get you all together to de-stress from the step exams. I forgot to mention this, but my wife is actually a medical student herself. Currently, she's preparing for her, is it step 2 CK, I believe. And so that's the last exam that she has to take. She just got done with her step 1 a couple months back. I know firsthand how important it is to de-stress, but more important than how important it is to have fellow people who are going through that experience be around you for moral support. And, with our study lounge space, you will be able to pull those all-nighters and not feel like you're on an island by yourself. You'll have all your fellow students around you as a resource to help you study, to keep you motivated and keep you chugging along. So I think just that focus on you're living amongst your peers and you're all going through the same path in life, and you're all there to morally support each other and enjoy those times where you do get to step away and take a breather. I think all that encompassing together, again, we'll be delivering something that, for a lack of better puns, truly, bring out that life in Life Tower, where you will actually get to enjoy these next 2 or 3 years of your life and make the most of them. So, hope that helps.
And as discussed in a previous video, there will still be construction with the new retail spaces that's being created and that you just talked about. Should students be worried about the ongoing construction?
As far as construction, students would be, just safe and kind of look around as you're walking through certain areas. But I know that, they're going to do such a good job as far as making things concealed and safe. And, that we know students are going to be walking in and moving in and moving out and things like that. So is studying and walking from class. So there's definitely a safety factor that, we'll make sure that, the construction team understands that there are moving parts and we'll just all want to be careful on all fronts. And that includes everyone from students to construction workers and kind of the team alike.
So, and just to again reiterate, our property will be completely finished by the time that you guys are all moving in. And I think one of the most beautiful parts about when these properties are built, like residential buildings are built, is that you do get awesome retail shops coming closer and closer to you. So I think that if anything, the students should be excited. We will have a retail component to our property as well. We haven't solidified who that retail shop or retail business will be and what it will entail. But I think it's just that excitement level of like everything gets closer and closer to you for a walking distance perspective, the ease of access that you will have by being in the heart of EnMed. You're literally a couple steps away from just about anything and everything with the bus line station, the rail track system, all within like literally a stone's throw away. From the moment you step out from the building. I think all that should really make the student even more excited about this project because, again, this is where it's at. This is the heart of this area, and the fact that you get to live there and be kind of in the thick of it all is certainly exciting to me, and I'm sure it will be very exciting to you and the other students alike.
And do you have any final thoughts that you'd like to share?
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, Evan, thank you again for having us, on this and giving us a chance to talk a little bit more about the Life Tower project. As you and all your viewers are well aware, the anticipation is real, the excitement's real. Just know that we're very, very close to launch, so keep a close eye out for more information coming out on Life Tower with our website set to launch here anywhere early to mid-August, as well as our leasing office space. We look forward to hosting you, Evan, and everybody else that's watching the show, into our leasing office space as we reveal the property, showcase our amenities and actual renderings, and be able to walk you through your future homes. So stay tuned. But again, thank you again so much for the opportunity.
Awesome. I'd like to thank you so much for Mr. Saad and Ms. Jessica for spending the time to talk with us today. This is one of many videos that we'll be posting. Please comment below any more questions that you have, and I can reach out to them again and try to get these questions answered. I'd like to thank you so much for Asset Living for taking the time to talk with me today. And until then, I'll see you guys around. Thanks.